Shalom, shalom.
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 Give us 1 second. Make sure the video's good. Make sure the video's good. Okay, we in there. All right, shalom, shalom. All right, this is the brothers from Great Millstone, Charlotte, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Akakadash. And before we get started with this lesson, we want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Akakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out here laboring in all truth and sincerity to you. We say shalom.
Shalom.
All right.
Shalom.
So as you see the title, man, light is being shined upon the wicked. And this lesson was inspired by this campaign that Amalek is running now called Shine a Light. All right. Upon what's it say? Anti-sim. All right. And it was funny because, me and the Elder Ashiar did a lesson on this about a week or two ago, and I was in the gym last Friday, and I looked up and seen it was playing on the TV. So this lets you know that these devils is really beginning to push this thing, man. All right. So for those that haven't seen the commercial, we want to play this, and then we're going to follow it up with an article. So you go ahead, bro.
Come.
Hate doesn't exist in a vacuum. One form of hate leads to another. And there is one form of hatred on the rise in the U.S., often passed off as legitimate discourse or just ignored. Anti-Semitism. When you speak out against one form of hatred, you are fighting against all forms of hatred. Shine a light on anti-Semitism. Together, we can dispel the darkness.
Yeah. So
The
like
brothers
I said,
here?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like we were saying, man, this commercial is, Amalek beginning to set the stage for this persecution of the men of the Lord, man, because as we know, as the scriptures say, they're going to make a man an offender for a word, because they have to bring this out because there's so much light being shined on Amalek. All right, they want to deflect from the issue that's being presented, which is all the problems that's going on in the world are all being pointed back at the root cause, which is Amalek, man. So they're putting forth this, anti-Sem rhetoric, as we know, as a means to deflect anybody, laying eyes on what Amalek is really doing. All right. So, real quick, get that Wisdom of Solomon first, unless somebody else has something.
I have something very fast, if I may.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 25 and verse 7. It says, "And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people." Okay, and when you go into the scriptures, that word for mountain represents governance. Okay, so when this government, this ruling class, or this ruling system governed by Esau, the Lord is preparing to do what he's doing is destroying that covering cast. All right, which has allowed Esau to pretty much maneuver throughout the earth, portraying himself to be something that he's not. It says, "And the veil that is spread over all nations." So Esau, through his reign of terror, he somehow managed to be able to be seen as a child of light, right? To be seen as innocent. But now that veil, all right, that covering is being removed and Esau is being exposed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, as it says in 2 Thessalonians, the second chapter, says that Esau was going to be exposed by the spirit of the Lord's mouth, which is who? The prophets. Because that's who he speaks through on this earth. All right, according to Luke 1:70. Okay, the Lord's been speaking through the prophets since the beginning. So the Lord is allowing all this to come out because Esau he's getting exposed, which he has to be exposed before the judgment is brought upon the world, because everybody is starting to look at these damn Amalekites as the problem, the small hats as the problem of what's wrong with the world. So like I said, the deflection is being made because they're trying to shift the narrative and put the blame on the Israelites as who is really being the hateful ones. But when you look at it, who is destroying the earth? Who is polluting the minds of the people? Who is the one that's literally bringing death on all sides? It's Esau Edom. specifically headed by the chief house of Esau, which is the Amalekites, man. All right, so like the brother was saying, that covering cast is being removed, man, and everybody's beginning to look at this nigga, all right, in the means of, yo, you're the problem, man. You know, so you're trying to shine a light on anti-Sim in the means of who knows what I'm doing, who is calling me out, all right, so they can put you in category to, you know, because you have that. We haven't brought it out in a long time, but the red, yellow, and blue is blue list, man. All right, and so they're categorizing who that they know for sure is not going to bend, which they're going to get rid of, which is the red list, and the yellow, the blue and yellow are the ones that's going to be thrown into re-education camps and all that, because they know that there might be a chance for them to turn, but the one that's on the red list, which is the prophets, there ain't no turning us, man. So you're going to have to get rid of us, man. But the Spirit of the Lord is going to be with us.
That's right.
That's right. I have one real quick, please.
Go ahead.
It's Luke chapter 12 and verse 2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Therefore, whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in the closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. So, right, the Lord is shining a light, right, on Amalek, man. Right? They say shine a light on anti-Semitism, but, you know, there's actually a light being shined on them. They're being exposed, right, to be as the devils that they are, man. Right? Everything about them is being brought to light. Everything that they did in the dark is being brought to the masses, man. Everything that they did behind closed doors is being proclaimed upon the housetops, right? In the NLT here, it says, the time is coming when everything that is covered up will be revealed, and that all that is secret shall be made known to all, right? So everything that was a secret, you know, for decades and hundreds of years is being made known to the masses, man, right? Through the Spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. It says, whatever you have said in the dark will be heard in the light, and what you have whispered behind closed doors will be shouted from the housetops for all to hear. You know, so the world is seeing, you know, this devil for who he truly is, man. And it's the prophets that are the main ones calling him out, man.
So like we were saying, this anti-Sim bullshit is nothing more than deflection and their so-called protection to help keep them from being called out. Because we know that the word anti-Semitic was a term invented in 1860, and it says the term is used to silence those that dare to expose small hat crimes, man. You know, and then they created the ADL, as another measure to help protect and hide the wickedness that they've done, so that anybody that talks about them, can be deemed, you know, hateful and can be dealt with, like we saw what happened with Kanye, man. All right. Nobody is allowed to talk about these people. That's how you know they're the ones that are ruling, because they have that saying, you want to know who's in power, see who you can't speak about, man. All right.
All right, quick one. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which represents the prophets. It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. You know, because pretty much what's happening is Amalek is being brought to the light. You know, and that word light is awar in the Hebrew. You know, so pretty much it's being made manifest. You know, his deeds that he's doing in the dark. You know, like they had probably like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, where you know, Esau's pretty much coming up out of coming up from the tunnels or the tunnels. Yeah, so pretty much, you know, he's being exposed. You know, like it says in Jeremiah the 49th chapter.
Right.
Yeah, because they was able to keep everybody, you know, in that dumbed down, you know, state, because as we know, Babylon, America, is known as the land of darkness, man. All right. Somebody get Isaiah 60 real quick, Baba Shah. One, two.
This is Isaiah, Yeshaya chapter 60, and verse 1. It says, arise, shine, for the light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Right, and that light has been shined upon the elect, man. All right, who have woken up to the truth of the matter, which is the number one. We are the children of the Most High. We are the real, you know, JEWs, man. we're the Israelites, man, because all Jew means is just Judah, all right? But you got the northern and southern kingdom who are both waking up, all right, and exposing this devil as being frauds, man, all right? And this is why they have put, legislation in place. Talking, if you got that article too, you brought out like a while back going into how anti-Zionism is counted as anti-Sim too. You still got that?
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
And then if anybody else had anything, but pretty much at the end of the day, man, like I said, you people, all right, you were in the dark. That's why you don't look at the weirdness that goes on with Amalek, such as the whole crimes that the Catholic Church has been talked about for years, of how they touching on and molesting children, all right, how children go missing all year, all right, and nobody looks for them, nobody really speaks about it like that, all right, how the small hats run Hollywood, these things are known. How they are at the forefront of everything in America, the media, the FDA, all right, the prison, the court system, man. Okay, the police, they own everything, man. All right, but no, everybody turns a blind eye to that because ultimately their eyes are darkened. They don't have the truth. They've been beguiled, all right, by the devil, man.
Do you want that Wisdom of Solomon?
Yeah, we'll get that and then go into the article.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1. Can I get one after this?
Go ahead.
This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, and verse 9, it says, "For inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly, and the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds."
Right. And so that inquisition is being made because somebody's lying. All right. The narrative that Esau is pushing, he's saying that we're lying, that the prophets you see out on the highways and byways, the Israelites, that we're not lying, that we're just some crazy niggas that's proclaiming the Bible to be our book, our history book, our book of what's going to happen to us in the future. They say that when we bring these words out that we're crazy, man, but ultimately what has been shown through evidence, all right, because we are the two witnesses and we're using the evidence to prove that this nigga is a liar, man. He's performed the biggest identity theft known to man, all right. So that word inquisition, it says, is from the late 14th century. It says judicial investigation, act or process of inquiring. All right. You gonna say something?
Yeah, I want to make a point on that because this is inquisition. This is Quahalat Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 15. It says that which hath been is now, and you can break it down too. It says that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, and the Most High requireth that which is past. I want to get this word for requireth for you. It says requireth. It says bakwash. It says to seek, require, desire, request. It says inquisition.
And so, like I said, all the wickedness that Esau has done, all right, in the past leading all the way up to now is all speaking for him now, man. All right, what he has done to get to the point that he's at now, the years of him setting in motion this new world order. All right, like that book you have found when you was in your trip, man. They set stuff like that in order way years ahead of time,
right?
Okay, to prepare for it now. So when you seeing these things taking place now, it's not surprising, all right? Because at the end of the day, these devils, all right, have made stages, all right, genocide, all right, the shadow governments, that's the one running everything. They move into pieces to help bring in their new world order. All right, they're preparing and releasing diseases. All right, to pretty much dictate population control amongst other things as well. These different things are speaking to show you that this man is the damn devil, man. All right. So as we got on the screen, real quick before we get that, get Isaiah 10.
And 1.
Yeah.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, and verse 1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that which and that right grievousness which they have prescribed."
Yeah, and the unrighteous decrees that they're writing are these different things on the books to pretty much come against the Israelites, man. The taking away of freedom of speech. All right, to prevent the calling out of these devils, they're preparing legislation, as we're gonna get into, to stop the Israelites from exposing these guys, man. And as you continue to bring out the word, there will be consequences. Like with T-Mobile, how they did with their update to their terms of service, that if they go through your records and see that you have anything which they term hate speech, you're going to be fined. That's going to be on a worldwide scale. It's going to go from being fined to being jailed to being killed, man. You know, and so the range of that exposure, all right, they're keeping it all pretty much concise now, all right. Because if you're speaking against anything or the globalists, what they're doing against the New World Order, against any of these plans of the elites, now you're going to be looked at as a domestic terrorist. Now you're a problem. If you're speaking out as anything that's going against what these Edomites are doing, you're going to be labeled a problem, and you're going to be taken care of, man. All right, they're going to disappear you. They're going to get canceled, but in real time, you know.
That's right.
So you can go ahead and read that.
God. Going off, was you gonna make a point?
No, I'll do it after you finish this.
God. Going into this article posted by Al Jazeera. Let's see here. Dated December 6, 2023. It says anti-Z is anti-Shem. U.S. House asserts in dangerous resolution. Goes on to say, Washington, D.C., Palestinian rights advocates are denouncing a congressional resolution that equates anti-Z with anti-Shem, calling it a dangerous measure that aims to curb free speech and distract from the war in Gaza. You know, so just as the brother Priest Amawan has said, right, all of these things are being used as a ploy for these small hats, for these Edomites to have reason to curb any voice of what's the word I'm looking for? Rebellion, right? Anyone that's opposed to the order or the status quo of society today. It says the Republican-controlled House of Representatives passed the measure on Tuesday in a 311-14 vote, with 92 Democratic members abstaining by voting present. The symbolic resolution was framed as an effort to reject the drastic rise of anti-Shem in the U.S. and around the world. And as we titled this lesson, that's that light ultimately, man. This is what that effort is, to reject the rise and light being shined upon the wickedness that's being promoted through the Edomites, man.
That's right.
Okay. It goes on to say, but it contained language saying that the House clearly and firmly states that anti-Z is anti-Shem. It is also condemned the slogan "From the River to the Sea," which rights advocates understand to be an aspirational call for equality in historic Palestine. That's pretty much
right. So we can go to the other one then. Come off, you had your point you was gonna make.
Because pretty much what the brother was reading, man, they're doing everything in their power to quell the dissenting voices, man. Right? They want the world to live in this echo chamber, right? That's pretty much lifting up the small hats, man. Anything that speaks on any level against them is viewed as hatred, right? And it's because when you start to dig into, their origins, everything starts to come up, man. All the evil that they do starts to be exposed. It's not that hard to find, man. So that's why they make it to where as soon as someone says even the slightest thing that is against their narrative, right, it's seen as hatred, man. And as we're seeing the times coming, the consequences and the reaction, the vitriol that they have towards it is going to start to intensify, man.
Right. If I can add real quick before you get yours, Baba Shah, because what you what you were saying pretty much is they're trying to tuck tail and hide, because a couple of years before really the pandemic that happened, all right, they were able to bypass anybody speaking about what they're doing as conspiracy theories. But we got so pretty much far into what Esau has been doing, because as we know, he's been getting real sloppy, all right, as of late. They had that meme that said that pretty much all the so-called conspiracy theories have become true, and everybody's seeing that shit. So now he can't no longer use that as a means to bypass these people that's speaking on him. So now they have to come with a more harsher punishment, all right, to get people to shut up, like you said, and stay in that echo chamber. You got to move on.
Okay. This is Amos chapter 3 and verse 3. It says, can two walk together except they be agreed? And the answer is no. Because pretty much going into what we're going into, Esau is setting the stage to where those that oppose his kingdom, he's trying to get them out of the way. And pretty much, again, to reiterate, it starts here, and it's only going to increase.
Because truth and lies, it's like.
No, I was gonna say, make a point. But somebody hold in Amos 5 about they hated them rebuking in the gate. Well, go ahead, bro.
Okay, I was just gonna say, truth and lies can't exist in the same plane, man.
Nah.
Right. So as soon as the lie, this whole world is built on the foundation of lies. So when the truth starts to come out, everything starts to be broken down. As the brother had brought out, that veil gets lifted, man. So their main objective is to make the truth obsolete.
But the problem what they were done, because they had to have layers of lies to cover up the lie. But when the story begins to not make any sense anymore, that's when people begin to search for the truth of the matter. And like I said, the truth of the matter comes down to these niggas been lying the whole time. Tazwan quoted earlier about how Satan has transformed himself into an angel of light. But now, hey, those horns are beginning. People are seeing the horns now. People see that pointy ass tail. Goddamn. See in the background, he got the pitchfork on the wall. All right. Baby blood in his cup and shit. He's showing all these different things that everybody's picking up on now, man. Just like that movie They Live. Everybody's starting to, have the glasses on. They see these niggas for who they really are, man.
God. I got that Amos.
You go ahead.
God. It's the book of Amos, chapter 5, and verse 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
Right. And who's the they? All right. The elites, the Edomites, 2/3, because they're under the spirit of these damn Edomites. Everybody in this world under this wicked vibration hates the true prophets, because we're speaking the truth, man, and we're bringing disruption to their little bubble of peace, man. Okay, so now that is making them confront reality for what it is, and a lot of them have been so desensitized that they can't stand the reality that we're putting them in, which really it's Yahweh Shem Shah waking them up, and they don't like what they see. So this is now why they want everybody to shut up, man. That's why the prophets back then were persecuted like that, because you had even the 2/3 back then that was cool with the illusion of freedom, because what they was given from the Roman Empire, man. All right, but at this point in today's time, these people are in that comfort, but the Lord isn't going to allow that bubble to stay intact, man, because as we know, we're nearing the end of Esau's rulership. So as we always say, man, those demons that the Lord has covered these people's eyes, he's going to take away. You're going to see everything for what it is. All right, but by then, for the good majority of our people, it's going to be too late, because Revelation 12:12 is going to come down. And everybody that they know that have watched the video, that has came across an Israelite that spoke about it, they got records of everybody. So now they're at the point where no Jacob's going to be safe. Like I said, 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, man. Esau's coming down on all Israelites, whether you claim you want or not, man.
All right. I got a precept, if I may.
Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and 14. It says, he was made to reprove our thoughts. And who is this speaking of? The wicked, right? As we know, the seed of the wicked being the Edomites, but as Priest Amawan had made mention of, this can also be applicable to our people, 2/3 of our nation. Verse 15, he is grievous unto us even to behold, for his life is not like other men's, his ways are of another fashion. Okay, and the fashion that we preach, right, the fashion that we teach is the truth, okay, which is contrary to the foundation and fashion of this world, which is going to pass away pursuant to 1 Corinthians 7 and 31. Okay. Verse 16, the point. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. And who is this speaking of? The Edomites, man, who have went around the earth portraying themselves to be the children of Israel, right? Portraying themselves to be innocent, portraying themselves to be holy people, right? When it's anything but that. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that Yahweh Shem Shai is the Father. And all of these things, as brothers have been discussing throughout this lesson, where we see these legislations and these bills being passed is to try to combat the rising of the men of Yashar Allah. All right. Regardless of the fact that it's prophesied for us to come back to our power and serve him in truth and sincerity, the mindset of these elites is to try and pretty much suppress, all right, what they can't avoid, which is the truth.
Yep.
You know.
Okay. I have something to add to you. This is Isaiah 13:1. It says the burden of Babylon, which Amos the son, it's like it was Isaiah that the son of Amos did see. And this truth is a burden to Babylon, man, because it's shaking up the very foundation of this place, which we know which was established on lies, man. All right. So now the truth of the matter on literally everything, because Quanah Walker read earlier in Luke, how nothing is going to be hid anymore, man. Everything is being made manifest, man. All literally, there is no lie that Esau has put out there that the truth has not exposed, man. Okay, everything has been uncovered. Okay, so this truth is truly a burden to Babylon. That's why these elites are at the stage now to where they're literally addressing us and putting things in order to come at us, man. So it says,
Priest, Baba Kushab, may I just get something right quick to add to you before you grab that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I get something after the brother too.
Y'all got it.
Okay.
This is 2 Corinthians, because you made mention of the fact that this truth is literally tearing down Esau's system. It's a burden to Babylon, right? 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to the pulling down of strongholds. And the strongholds of this system, all right, this beast system, is synonymous with what? The lies and deceptions that have been pushed forward. Okay. It goes on to say, verse 5, casting down imaginations, reasonings, another word to say, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach, which ultimately is the truth. Okay, so all the lies and deceptions are presented as burdens to this system because the strongholds are synonymous with what? Lies and deceptions.
That's right. Yeah, it's no longer working anymore, man. People are waking up. Even people that's not in the not in circumcision are seeing these things, man. That's why in the WEF they said the last thing that they're trying to get under control is the internet, man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple. This is Jeremiah chapter 49 verse 7. It says concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Thayaman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring calamity upon Esau. I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. If grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If these by night, they will destroy till they have enough. That's pretty much what Esau does. You know, he overuses everything that he does. You know, that's why the society over here is a society of a microwave society, to where you pretty much want things when you like right now, and then you want to overuse stuff. You know, those is not in the truth. Verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. But pretty much the point I wanted to get was he's not able to hide himself. And I want to get this word for secret places. It says masatar, and it says secret place, hiding place, secret place, hiding place for protection, for perpetration of a crime. You know, because pretty much, you know, he's been able to operate in covertness, you know, but he's no longer able to do that, you know, because he's been exposed through the spirit and power of the Lord. You know, Yahweh Shemel Shah.
Yep. And that's what we were saying, man. This truth has a burden that they can no longer overlook, you know,
Right.
because they were able to at one point, you know, dismiss us, you know, they would acknowledge us, but then they would, you know, call us crazy. But now we're at a point where they literally have to do something because we're not going anywhere, man. You know. So finishing out Isaiah 13:2, it says, "Lift you up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles," man. All right. And that banner that's being lifted is the standard for the elect, man. All right, the true ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is being looked at upon the whole world, man. Here it is, we're in Esau's in his kingdom, all right, telling you what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is about to do to you, man. All right. All right, and that standard that is, look, anything and anybody that's not serving the Lord will be destroyed, man. And they hate hearing that, man, because here it is, they're trying to establish themselves as God, but then they're being told by their own slaves that they're going down, man. They hate that shit. That's why it says, man, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand. All right, which is what we do to them on the highways and byways, man. When we teach them, shaking the hand, it says that they may go into the gates of the nobles, because these elites, they see the videos, man. They watch the videos. They hear us, amongst our conversation, because they tap the phones. They got brothers' houses tapped and whatnot, man. Brothers be, they even got certain camps infiltrated, man. So they understand that the things that's being said, they can't no longer dismiss it, like I said earlier, which is why they have, this bill that Tazwam has on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
God, if I could, priest.
Go ahead.
Just getting that word burden, it says here in the Free Dictionary, something that is emotionally difficult to bear, a source of great worry or stress, weight, so we're seeing, Esau, is in a state of great worry right now, man, right? As you read James 2:19, it says the devils do believe and tremble, man, right? So everything we're seeing take place right now is them in their fear, man, right? It's them, right, having a great stress. That's why they're scrambling, man. That's why you see them fumbling over themselves and allowing certain things to get out, as like they wouldn't in former times, man. Right. That's why you see them putting up, what's the word? They're in defense mode right now with the anti-sim nonsense, man. Right. So they're in a great worry, great stress right now, because that burden, which is the men of the Lord through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, is out here, calling them out, for everything that they're doing, man. Right, that standard is being lifted up, and they can feel everything slipping out of their grasp.
Yeah,
right.
They're so they're so hard with it, bro. They created an anti-sim snitch line, bro. See, that's what that shit is. If you see anybody that's anything anti-sim, call, email this shit, and we're gonna come pay them people a visit. That's a snitch line, man.
Yep.
You got it, bro.
Nah, I just wanted to get something right quick, because we know when we look at the actions like Quanawaf had touched on, right, how this devil is moving throughout the earth with his whole agenda. He's trying to present himself as composed, but his actions speak opposite to that. What his actions really show forth is a great deal of fear, as the brother had quoted James 2:19, and him being timid. Right now, I just wanted to pull this word for timid in the Free Dictionary. It goes into lacking self-confidence, shy, fearful, and hesitant. And that's what we see this devil, like you always, we brothers, we go into these articles and we go into hastening the return of Hamashiach. And we just say, yo, Esau, like, we know you hear us, just go ahead and do what you got to do, because we understand what's to come next once he actually enacts these plans and puts things into motion. But his drawback is him being timid, being fearful, right? Being hesitant, because he understands what's to come. Now, I just wanted to get a quick precept, because, right, in all of these things that's happening, right, this light has given us a spirit contrary to fear, right? This is 2 Timothy 1 and verse 7. It says, for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. We walk in the Spirit, okay? We walk in the Holy Spirit, which has given us this mindset to look at everything that's happening in real time and not be fearful, because we understand what's to come next. Or in turn, this devil, he's been given that spirit of fear, okay? He's been given that spirit, of having his heart hardened, as Pharaoh did. But at the end of the day, as we see this devil moving throughout the earth, this is no more the actions of a man that's afraid, right? Like when we went to go see that film, what was it, the Book of Clarence, and that Jake said, you know, I can tell with your presence, you're nothing more than a scared little child.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and that's how this devil is moving. He's moving like a scared little child that realizes, man, these people that I've oppressed, that are the children of the Most High, are rising up. I need to do everything within my power to try and suppress them from actually coming up under my foot. But it's inevitable, Esau. No matter how many bills you pass, no matter how much defamation you try to push out there, nothing can stop the sealing of the elect.
I got something for you, bro. You break it down. Psalm 94:16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who shall stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Right, the workers of iniquity, the evildoers, the Edomites, man. Okay, who is going to stand up against this system that will be the last system before the return of Hamashiach? Okay, and that will be the prophets, the Israelites, you men of the house of Israel, of the tribes of Israel, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Okay, and men that appear to look as the other nations, but whose spirit aligns with this truth, man. Okay, those are the ones that are standing up against this devil, right? As the brother priest Amawan had referenced earlier in Isaiah the 13th chapter, right? Lifting up that banner, okay? That standard is being shown forth in the world, and that's the standard that's to go against this status quo, which is in total opposition to the order of righteousness, man. And it's inevitable. You can't stop it. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Nice. I got another one for you. This is Proverbs 28:1. It says, the wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion.
Right. The wicked flee when no man pursue it. And here it is, as you can see on the screen, they're coming up with all of these bills, all of these various things to try and create a ploy or a farce for them to have reason to seem as being hunted, as them being a victim. But as we have read earlier, right, this is the wickedness that you've prescribed, man. You created all these problems, but yet you're the one that's fleeing. But the righteous, okay, the ones that are standing for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, as it tells us in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, right, that stand with great boldness, right, before the face of those that afflicted them. There's nothing that you can do to pull away that spirit that's on us, man. Remember, as we just read in 2 Timothy, the 1st chapter, we were given the spirit of not fear. Okay? Before you devils, man, we already know that you're afraid, man. All of these bullshit ass bills and legislation that you're trying to sign into motion to try and seem like you're the victim.
That's the proof.
The problem. Exactly. That's the proof.
That is the 100% undeniable proof that these devils are afraid. Because if not, you know, why are you putting all these defense mechanisms up to hide yourself, man? Because they know that they can't fight against the truth. But this, like the scriptures say, you can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth. So we understand, according to prophecy, that this is what's going to lead up to the persecution of the prophets, the persecution of the word, which is going to then forth show who the true men of the Lord are, man. Because you got a lot of these guys, all right, seeing these things are coming, and they're beginning to become scared. They're switching the doctrine up. Some guys took a payout, thinking that they was going to be protected when Esau rose, which they're going to find out that was stupid, you know. And such as, you know, different events that show that just as Esau's exposure is inevitable, all right, the persecution of the prophets is inevitable, man. So just gear up and fortify yourself even more in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. You got it, you
know. This is the Holy Psalms 55, verse 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Because he pretty much, Brother Atazwan made a point that pretty much Esau has a way of sensationalizing the people. You know, he plays off the emotions, you know. So that's pretty much how he institutes or brings forth his, you know, his wickedness, you know. And this is just nothing more than that, you know.
Because to add to you, that's why, you know, as we said earlier, the small hats own the media. We bring out, you know, the big six, man. All right, the 6 major media companies that own all these different television stations, man. So they can shift the narrative through Esau's media. All right, like you said, and they're able to play on the emotions of the people because media goes back to Medea, which was a sorcerer. All right, so Esau, pushes these enchantments through these TVs. That's why they call it television programming, because they're programming you through the television, man. That's why when the television first was brought out, you had Anton LaVey, the head of the Church of Satan. He pretty much thanked the American public for allowing a gateway into your house. All right, so they understood that. Look, the TV, just like your phone, all right, the radio waves and all these things, these are mediums that Esau is using to cast spells upon you, man. But as the scriptures say, there is no enchantment against Jacob. All right, so the Lord has the elect protected from those enchantments to where we're able to see through the darkness, man.
Con, may I just get another reference to further that point about the media right fast?
Go ahead.
This is a quote from Philo Farnsworth. He's one of the early pioneers of television. Would not let his children watch TV. His son summarized his opinion as being, "There's nothing on it worthwhile, and we're not going to watch it in this household, and I don't want it in your intellectual diet."
See, that right there show you, but though you can use it for good, but the main point was they did that to cast spells upon people, man. Because it's all different articles you can go into, or how Esau made this television wicked, man. All right, anything with a black screen is a medium, all right, that they use, that they can bring demons through. That's why you mentioned about the dude of the pioneer for television. He didn't want his children taking part in that because diet is one part of your diet is the thing that you're watching, the thing that you're listening to. That's more than just eating. But they know that they're filling people's diets with bullshit, with lies, man. And that's why, like I said, a lot of these people, they fell for the okie doke because they've eaten up all the things that Esau wants them to have, man, to make them stupid. Because these people are dumb as hell. If you still can't see in 2024 that these Edomites are the devil, man.
Yep.
Right. I got that etymology for the word television real quick. It says here, the prefix tele goes into the end goal, completion, or result. And then it's a far off into a distance. And then the vision, something seen in the imagination or in the supernatural. Right. So this is everything you see on TV, right, is what they want the world to look like in the future, man.
Exactly.
This is the result, right? The end goal, right? Everything you see, good or bad, which is it tends to lean towards the bad, is the end goal of what they see the world becoming, man.
Right. If I can make a point too, because that's why it's in words like television, pretty much like you was going into television, because a lot of stuff, like you said, is what they want the people to know, going into your diet, like a priest is going into.
God, I got a precept for you, Corner Waffle, whoever wanted. Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right, because it says, can you run it back?
Yeah, Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right, because the scripture says in James 2:19 that the devils believe and tremble, so they understand that it's certain things they do on the left-hand side to ultimately deceive the people, but those deceptions, lies, and trickery is not going to work on the elect, but they got the masses,
Right, because we're at war with a master of left-hand practices, man. Right, these are all master witches and warlocks that are in these positions of power, man. That's why everything that you see, everything that you even the things that we take part in, right, unknowingly, right, this all enchantments, right, that they put upon this thing, from the food to the music, right, to the vibrations and the clothes, everything that you see, has a negative vibration, and it's all been orchestrated by these upper elites, man.
Mm-hmm. Get this real quick. This is Revelation 13 and 11. It says, "And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon." All right, and that's talking about Babylon the Great, Esau, man. Because at the end of the day, he's speaking like a lamb right now, to where the bills that he's passing pretty much is him being nice so far, man. Him, trying to scare you into to stopping, to stop speaking out. But we're gonna get to a point where he's gonna start speaking as a dragon. Those draconian measures are gonna start being laid out to look. If you want to continue to rebel against the New World Order, all right, you're gonna either be jailed or killed. You know, and that's why
Right.
we as the hopeful elect, man, we are building that relationship up with Yahweh Shem Shah. So when this devil comes after us, somebody hold Revelation 12 and 12. When this devil comes after us, we know that the Lord's going to take up for us. He's going to, set up that standard for us, man. Okay, he ain't going to win against the elect. All right, so you brothers and sisters, man, don't get scared, man. All right, because as we see, it's going to get more and more harder for this truth to come out. But we know that the family of the word must come, man. All right, so just keep at it, man. Keep your faith, strong, and just prepare, man. Hey, no matter what Esau is threatening us with, at the end of the day, man, we know Yahweh Shem Shah is with us, man.
You want to know?
Con.
You want to make a point, Cornwall?
Oh, I was just going to land back off what Priest was saying. How this man comes, with peace, right? But he's buttering the people up, right? He's making things look, like he's please stop talking about us like this, right? But pretty soon it's gonna be by force, man, right? He's giving the people the illusion of choice, right? Which is not a choice at all, because you're gonna be cut off from society if you refuse to acquiesce to their demands. But it's gonna pretty much come to a time where it's coming by force, man. That force is gonna be the sword, man.
That's right.
That's right.
This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time."
Right. So that's what we said. He is being backed into a corner, and just like a animal that's being backed into a corner, it's gonna lash out. All right. That's the last defense, man. Is the lash out, and he's gonna come down upon the whole earth. All right, with the full bearing of that sword, man. All right. So all that don't have Yahweh Shem Shah's protection, y'all gonna be taken by that sword. But the elect, we're gonna be covered, like it tells you in Psalm 91, right, and Psalm 34 and 7. Okay, the angels are gonna protect the Lord's, but the rest of you people out here, man, the 2/3, you Israelites that's playing with Yahweh Shem Shah, man, whether you knowingly are in the circumcision or whether you just a dumb and ignorant Jake, man. All right, you're gonna be taken when Esau comes down with that great wrath, man. This is why we are exhorting you. All right, like I just did a lesson earlier today, man. Stop playing with the Most High, man. Get right while you still have the opportunity to, man. Because the Lord is no longer playing. All right, as we see, man, the time is drawn short. All right, they unveiled we're 90 seconds. All right, from Doomsday. Okay, hey, Civil War is brewing. World War III is brewing. Esau is ready to drop this Caragua. All right, things are pretty much turning that corner to we're about to hit the climax, man. All right, so Jake better stop playing with the Most High and prepare. Because this devil, he's ready to go, man. He knows he has but a short time. That's why they're hastening to bring in this new world order, because they know Yahweh Shem Shah is on the way back, man. Somebody hold 2nd Ezra 16 and 71. Because hey, shit's about to get real.
Revelations 12 and Revelations 12 and 12.
What happened?
I say you wanted that Revelations 12 and 12.
I got it.
Read that.
I got 2nd Ezra.
Go ahead.
The 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 71. It says, "They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord."
Right, they're gonna be coming after the men of the Lord in that day, man. All right, so that's why the scriptures tell you, all right, that hey, we're gonna have to be as pilgrims upon the earth, man. All right, some brothers are gonna be, grabbed up, put in concentration camps. Some brothers are gonna have to get their head cut off in the guillotine. All right, some brothers are gonna have to be on the move. All right, going moving like the book of Eli in that day. But at the end of the day, Esau's coming for the men of the Lord, man. All right. So this is why, as it says in 2nd Ezra 14, all right, we got to be getting our house in order and preparing, what's for what's about to come, man. All right, because it says, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. But hey, if we are in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we've been, sowing those spiritual treasures in heaven. Esau ain't gonna spoil us, man, because we have everything we need in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So he can't take away our faith. All right, he can't, do anything against what the Lord said he was gonna do for his people, man. So we're not afraid.
That's right.
God. Hey, you can keep reading down on that. Read down to 74 or 75.
Really 76.
Okay.
I think the brother had to step off. I'll read it.
Okay.
I'll read it, brother. I'll read it for you.
Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 16 and verse 72, it says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses.
Mm-hmm.
Then shall they..." So like it.
No, you good. Go ahead.
"Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in fire."
Right. That's what I mentioned earlier about how the elect is gonna be shown in that day, man. Because the elect are gonna have that hedge around them to protect them from all the hell that's gonna be going on, man. All right, because as we say, this is the time of Jacob's trouble, but Jacob's trouble is mainly focused on the wicked of Jacob, man. You do 2/3, man. All these judgments are presented for you because you refuse to repent, man. All right, but the elect, it says that we're going to be seen in that day, like it says in 1 John 3, man. All right, then shall the world see us as who we are, which are the sons of the power, man. All right, and then Wisdom of Solomon 5 is going to take place, man, where the whole world is going to witness the elect being beamed up. And that's when it's going to really be acknowledged that, those people that were called crazy, that we, dismissed, all right, that the devil convinced the world to seem like they were the problem. Those were the true men of the Lord, all right?
Yep. I got something right fast because I was just watching one of the elders from the Boston camp earlier today going into a lesson on patience, right? Now, when you think about what it says right there in that verse 73, it says, "They shall be tried as the gold in the fire," right? As we know, the purification of, precious metals, it's not an instantaneous process, right? It's a process that is tedious, right? And it takes time, right? It requires tolerance and most of all, patience. When you go into the word patience in the Free Dictionary, it goes into the capacity of calm endurance. The bearing of provocation, annoyance, misfortune, or pain without complaint, loss of temper, or anger. And what comes with this ability to endure these things, to bear these things without complaint, without loss of temper or anger, is, as we had discussed in verse 72, as the brother Priest Samuel had made mention of, them not being able to spoil, right, the true riches that we possess, right, which are in heaven. Okay. Us making this investment right now is fortifying that ability to endure without complaint or loss of temper, because we have within our minds that stability, as we read often and quote in Isaiah 33:6, right? The fear of the Lord being our treasure, okay, which is going to allow us to bear these things to come upon the earth. Now, I had a quick precept, if I may, before we continue. Luke 21:19, it says, in your patience, possess ye your souls. Okay. So within us bearing all of these things that we have to go through, this is what's going to allow us to continue on. All right. And be afforded the opportunity of salvation. Okay. Patience is a virtue, as people say in the world. Okay. And that's what's going to be made manifest, chosen. Okay.
And to add to that real quick, patience, it means to suffer. And the things that we're talking about is the things that we're going to have to suffer to be able to, obtain the victory, man. All right, which is that persecution, man.
Yep. Jumping back to 2nd Ezra 16:74. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same.
That's a promise. And we know the Lord, It's not a man that he should lie, man. So much so that he put his word above his name. So he's bound by that. So we have to sincerely and wholly believe that if the Lord says that he got us, he truly got you, man. And you can't waver in that belief, man. This is why when we go through on our day to day leading up into, this troubled time, man, is all to make sure that that faith is where it needs to be at coming into these times, man.
That's right. Verse 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is your guide,
Mm-hmm.
and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai power.
Mm-hmm.
Let not your sins weigh you down,
Right.
and let not your
Go ahead, bro. Salaki.
and let not your iniquities lift up themselves.
Right. So that's why it says, "Be not afraid, neither doubt, man." And what dispels that doubt is when you're pretty much, always meditating in the scriptures, man. You're walking in the spirit. Somebody get that in Joshua 1:8-9. All right, you're continually, investing into the works of the spirit, man. All right, that's gonna, take away any of that, fear, that doubt, that guilt, because all those are demons that Satan is using to pretty much mess with your fear and faith of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So you can't give Satan no crevice of light to get into your spiritual armor, because that's what that like you said, that courage, that faith, man, that has to be fortified going into this, and the Lord is guaranteeing that, but you got to really believe that, man, and you build that belief up by continually walking in the spirit, man, as we're going to read.
That's right.
Go ahead, get that.
Go ahead.
This is Yahweh Shah, Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8. It says, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, and thou mayest observe to do, according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Right. So this book you're supposed to meditate upon day and night, to the point to where, like in the book of Eli, you become one with the scriptures, man. Where the scriptures literally become an everyday part of your life, man. To where you actually living out these precepts, man. And that's how you're going to be able, just like in the book of Eli, all right, be able to maneuver through those the times of Jacob's trouble, and the Lord's going to be guiding you, man. And I say you are letting everything fall in the Lord's hands, to where it said you're going to have a good success, man, which is ultimately salvation, man. That's why I said, what was that, verse 8 or 9?
It was 8.
Continue on.
Verse 9, it says, have not I commanded thee, be strong and of good courage. Mm-hmm. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy power is with thee, whithersoever thou goest.
Right, it says be strong and pretty much, be courageous. Courageous is synonymous with having confidence, man. All right, you're moving with bravery and confidence that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is with you. He's guiding you. All right, he's protecting you, man. All right, he's going to lead you into salvation as long as you lean upon him, you call upon him, man. All right, and that's what, the message that our people need to hear, the ones that truly believe in the Lord. We're not fearing nothing this devil is going to do, because at the end of the day, he can only do what the Lord allows him to do. And we're of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, all right? Even if we must be a martyr, we are doing it in the means of showing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that we're not afraid of this devil, even unto death, man. All right? We believe the Lord until the end, all right? That's why it says, man, strive for the truth until death, and the Lord shall fight for thee, man. All right? So nothing that this devil is doing should move you off of your deen, man. All right? Stay rooted in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. All right, he is that cornerstone. He's the cornerstone of our faith, man. And so if you are cemented, your faith is cemented in the Lord, all right, you can't be moved, man. That's that house built upon a rock, man. But if I had anything else, that's all I had.
That's it.
So. You said you had something?
No, I have none. Wow.
Okay, so hey, well, with that, Lord willing, we're gonna bring this lesson to a close. All right, we pray that this lesson was edifying unto the elect, man. You know, so with that, we want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect. Until next time, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.